am back with some more Epic Chef, and we have to get ready to face Terapio. And I believe I am ready. I have to go find Matriol. Hey Matriol, take a look at this. What in the hell is this? It's the essence of a potato. I call it a ghost-tato. How did you get something like that? It's a long story. You think it will do, though? If he presents something like this and manages to make it taste good, they'll build him a damn statue. You think it'll do? A bit extravagant, but it might do the trick, yeah. Great. What can we can cross this one from the list, then. And as you can see, I also got myself a fancy uniform. I see. Is that all you managed to get? What, you think it needs more glitter or something? You know, for a person who calls himself Zest, you ain't exactly a fountain of pizzazz. Well, I guess names don't necessarily go with personality. Looks like it. I mean, your name ain't Biltong, but you sure are jerky as hell. Hey, I'm helping you out of the kindness of my heart, remember? Out of remorse, you mean. It's the same. No, it's not the same at all. Anyway, this will have to do. We can cross this one off the list. Neat. I suppose so, but have no idea what you're stepping into. I have an idea, yes. The Orc Mafia wants to deep fry me in oil. I'm just trying to keep my spirits up. There are worse things than La Orcosa Norosta. It's the blasted cooking contest, Matriel. It's not like I'm facing a doomsday cult. The meeting begins. First point of the day, let us give a big thank you to Insferrato for getting us these brand new headquarters. Even if something needs to be done about the current decoration. You wanted a tower, I got us a tower. It was cheap after the previous owners left. And why would they leave such a charming place? Some kids slayed their dark whatever, and their plot was foiled. Their loss, our gain. Just be happy that you didn't have to get your delicate elven hands dirty by cleaning up the severed tentacle mess, Elden Benair. Oh yes, certainly. Your orcish hands are more suited for brutish tasks of this kind. You win this one. That will be enough regarding the tower. Let's get through today's stuff. Any news? Well, the mages have a special new dish this week. Something about changing hair color when eating it. Hair color? They're running out of ideas. The levitation dessert was amusing, but they're stretching the shenanigans a bit too much lately. Well, it sounds interesting to me. I'll be covering it. It definitely suits you having people focusing on your hair color rather than the actual cuisine. It's called branding, Angara, and some color wouldn't kill you, sweetheart. It couldn't lend you one of my outfits. Maybe that way they'd stop calling you the ghost. You keep dressing like that, disrespecting the outfit for show. You're not even a chef. At least we have something in common. Well, I must say it's been a slow week. Same old leagues, same old restaurants. Most interesting thing I've heard is that Chef Bolton managed to improve the jiggliness of his melon jelly recipe by 300%. Jiggling melons. Really? That is very last decade. People seem to like it. Of course they do. Other than that, the leagues are proceeding as usual. No events except for some newcomer who challenged Terapio, and some say there's been a sighting of a sea monster inside of the security perimeter. What did you say? Don't worry, they're just rumors. I don't think any monster would. Not that. A newcomer challenged Terapio? Who? Some nobody who came from abroad. Now that's interesting. I don't see how. Terapio will crush the poor lad, Mal. It's an epic story unfolding. More like a tragedy striking. Still a story, Angra, and in the right hands it might prove to be a very powerful one. So, I'm ready? Looks like you are. You only need to talk to Bosco at the culinarium stand. He will set it all into motion. Everything else depends on you. Neat. Any final advice? Make sure you bring a lot of high-quality ingredients and plan ahead. I can tell you that it will be a 3-dish contest. If I know Terapio, he will cook very vigorous dishes. I wouldn't try beating him in this field. What then? Should I focus on more elaborate dishes? Yes, you should have a sauce ready that goes well with sophisticated dishes. Terapio wouldn't be able to benefit from that, and you'll be able to impress the judge. Keep that in mind when preparing. Got it. Good luck then, and remember, do not mention my name or my help, or they will disqualify you. This is very against the rules. This can just be one that I can feed to Birch. Let me check on the cow real quick. I think I made another cow. Yeah, I did. Okay. I can't do that right now. Wow, there's no need to do that. Can I just walk up there? Not with the city in lockdown. Wait. You need to deal with a ton of bureaucracy till they find that troublesome spy. We can let you in as a guest, but you'll have to be part of an official transport. So glamorous. What will it be then? A carriage? A fancy magical thingy? Something like that. Got a delivery for the culinarium tower. Go ahead. Bring it, Rufino. What's with that sound? New urban safety regulations to prevent people from being caught by a backing up cart. I see, but how did you get the donkey to make that sound? Oh, it's easy. You see, you take a whistle, a plug, and a bag of beans, and, forget I even asked. What do we have today? A compost load and chest. Chest? Those are sacks. No, just some guy named Chest or something. It's Zest. Ah, the Challenger. Head straight to the tower. Only you are allowed in, though. Your pals can stay in the cart. Go on. My pals? Yes. You mean the bags. Yes. So you're cleverly implying that I'm a sack of flog, probably because I don't live in the inner city? Well, yeah, it wasn't that hard. Why on Fulgur would you insult me like that? You, were supposed to just take it and move along. Well, I'm most definitely not just taking it and moving along. I'm sick with everyone in this city believing that they can just spit an insult into your face and that you'll just take it and happily stroll away sporting a silly smile. I demand an apology, my good sir. I most definitely didn't come here to be insulted by a useless gatekeeper. Aha! Uh-huh. You act all high and mighty, but you've just judged me based on my job, mister. You're in no position to point fingers. I didn't judge your job. I judge your skills performing it. A gatekeeper's job does not involve insulting people he or she does not like. Your job is to keep intruders out and let guests in. But if you insult guests, you are polluting the transaction and letting in bad moods and potential trouble. An obnoxious gatekeeper is no better than a dirty strainer. That's why I call you useless. You specifically. It's all right. Just apologize and promise to do better in the future. That's one hell of an attitude coming from someone sitting on a stinking compost cart. Hey, shameful. No, you see, it's just that the cart is not supposed to stink, and it's compost, Barlow. It's supposed to be bloody smelly, and you're not supposed to be a blasted idiot, and yet here we are. Sorry. That's better. I wasn't talking to you. Move along already. They're waiting for you. I guess it's a lost cause. You're finally here. I hope you're ready. As ready as I can be. Head straight to the waiting room. We really shouldn't be talking so openly, or people will suspect. They'll suspect even more if they see you whispering and looking over your shoulder. Relax. We're not the center of the universe. I bet there are much more important things going on at a place like this. You have a point. The Culinarium Tower is the stronghold of the cooking elites. Here, the best of the best learn how to approach the culinary arts with the dignity and respect they deserve. And you also have some sort of arena where chefs tear each other to ribbons with the utmost dignity and respect, I presume. Competition breeds supremacy. We're not here to make friends. It never hurts to be friendly. Speaking of which, isn't that Angra over there? Hey, Angra! Did she just give me the cold shoulder? What did I just tell you? Angra is not your friend, Zest. She's a critic, and the judge for this match of all things. She didn't look like a bad sort. Might have been the case before she knew you are a chef. There are no friends in this trade. Well, you and I are in the trade, and we're friends, right? Well, of course. But if it isn't our new challenger, Zest, isn't it? Yes. Good luck in the duel, Zest. I'll be watching you with interest. Well, guess I'll try not to disappoint. Nice fellow. He's not nice at all. Do you have any idea who that was? The only polite person in the whole city? That was Melvis Vicious, the head of the critic union. So much for not being the center of the universe. What the hell is he doing here? This is way below his remit. Beats me. No time to think about it. It's time. Terapio awaits. You have a combat to win. Yes, ma'am. Ladies and gentlemen, palatines of flavor, I bid you welcome to the Halls of Taste. Today we have a very special combat scheduled for your pleasure, for we will decide the fate of no less than a restaurant in the city. Let's meet our contestants. To your left, an old glory makes his comeback to the arena, an orc who burns vividly in the hearts of all visitors to Ambrosia. The bane of tourists, the monster chef. Let us welcome Terapio. And to your right, a complete stranger who has come out of nowhere. A man who not only has settled in the cursed villa, but also decided to pick a fight with the most dangerous chef in town. Some would call him bold, some would call him stupid, but no one would call him predictable. The tumbleweed, the spontaneous man, the ingenious chef, Zest. Well, I wouldn't go so far as to call myself ingenious. Neither would I. I wouldn't worry too much about what they call you, maggot. I'm going to end your career before it starts. I didn't even have a career. Exactly. And the judge that will be giving us a winner, none other than the favorite of the audience, Angra, the merry kitty. Get on with it, Chris. You can see she's as cheerful as ever. But you've heard the woman. No more time to lose. One of these two gentlemen will walk out of this room owning a cursed manor and the worst restaurant in Ambrosia. Who will it be? Only one way to find out. Let's get cooking. You maggot. Terapio, have you lost your mind? Just say the word, boss. Really? This is how you want this to go? You're the one who set the rules for this stupid bet, not me. I thought you valued your honor. You don't deserve the restaurant. And you do? If you really cared about that place, we wouldn't be here to begin with. You should be fighting your mistakes, not your customers. You're right. Stand down. What? You're gonna give up just like that, boss? I'm not giving up. I've been defeated. But I'd been defeated long before I stepped into this arena. My fate was sealed the very same day of my triumph as a chef. I reached the top and became complacent with my popularity. Took it for granted. I forgot that in this world what's popular today is tacky tomorrow. You keep the place till you fall on your face, or say screw it, and stand your ground like a champ against the stampede. At first it felt right. Me against the world. Some took notice, awaiting the next move. That never came. If you want anyone to follow you, you better be going somewhere. Anywhere. But I just stood there. I sat on my ass, sinking into irrelevancy, too stubborn to accept even the help of an old friend trying to bring me back into the game. Deep down I knew what once was pride, and might slowly become disdain and anger, and my art became as bitter as my soul. But this has gone on long enough. Zest, the BiCornio is yours. Take good care of it. This man is welcome at the district, and anyone who dares to bother him will answer to me. Understood? Yes, sir. Well, thank you, Terapio, but I've got something to say as well. What is it? I didn't win fair and square. I got help from outside. My victory is not my own. Help? What kind of help? Did you bribe someone? No. Just got advice from professional chef Matrielle, a member of the culinarium. I owe my victory to her. Matrielle? Really? This is surprising. But seeking advice is not against the rules at all. Your victory is perfectly legit, Zest. Really? I thought I was disqualified. Is that what she told you? I see. She's been sniffing around my restaurant for months now. Well, it looks like she'll be getting more than she bargained for. You break the news, Bolton. Matrielle, did you help Zest win this contest? I see. Well, according to culinarium law, you were acting as his sous chef to Zest when he dueled for the restaurant, endorsing him as a legitimate candidate for restaurant ownership. I'm sorry, but this means you've earned that position by his side. You'll have to serve at Zest's restaurant and help him run the place. Congratulations, Zest. It seems you've won more than a restaurant. You also have an employee. And my people and I will make sure she follows the rules to the letter. No! You're gonna stay like that much longer? Shut up, you ruined my life. Hey, you should have told me how the rules really worked if you wanted me to keep my mouth shut. It's not my fault you got boiled in your own stew. You were the one who pushed me into the pot with your stupid noble act. You had already won and you had to go all honest. But you're right, it's not your fault that you're a golden-hearted fool. You know, things are not that bad. I thought running a restaurant was what most chefs wanted in Concordia. I want to have my restaurant, not to work in this ruin taking orders from an idiot. I could always fire you if you want. That would destroy my career prospects. Then we're stuck together. No point in crying over spilled plots. Plots? Pots? As in pots of milk or stew or something. Got it mixed up with the previous metaphor. You said plots. Why would I say plots? I guess you wouldn't. Then we're ready to work together? I don't have a clue on how to run a restaurant. I suppose there's little choice in the matter. Good to see some enthusiasm. It's better to look towards the future, after all. It won't do much to lament about subsection 349-B. subsection 34-9-B? He wouldn't. What are you talking about? Oh, I got this rule book a while ago. Didn't give it much thought at first. But after seeing how you got screwed like that by a single rule, well, I've started reading it. You started reading it now, right? Not before? Of course. I wouldn't have felt the need to confess anything if I had known. I had nothing to lose, after all. And I wouldn't want to cause trouble for someone who was only trying to help me, right? Is he really serious? Or is he teasing me? What's the deal with this guy? Looks like I got myself a restaurant, but I'm exhausted. Tomorrow, I'll take a good look at it. Okay, so apparently we're going to learn how to make all those. I am going to give this... Oops. To Birch. And that's where we're gonna stop for today.